welcome to another market recap by Powerful Gains Stock Options. Today was a very strong moving day. It was powerful. It was green day in the market. As you know, most of the indices are on a downward trajectory, on a downward trend. But when you have all these different factors, you have high inflation, you have extremely high volatility due to the Russia-Ukraine situation. You also have very sharp moves in the market, steep moves on the downside, followed by steep, sharp moves or bounces to the upside. So it's what I've always been telling you guys. You got to make sure you're managing your risk, and you got to make sure that you have your stop losses in place, because the market will not continue to go up. It will go up and it'll pull back, and it may continue to go down, or it may go down and just bounce and turn and go the other way based on this type of market, this type of action. So you got to be prepared. And just give an example, SPY was up today $9. Tesla was up over $35. You had HD up, NVIDIA up over $16 today. HD over $10. There were just a lot of opportunity, a lot of green, a lot of buying in this market today. And if some of you are still struggling to make a profit in the market, if some of you are still trying to figure out how to trade the market, click the link below, check out our free training. We're changing lives every day. So with that said, let's take a look at today's market action. Welcome back, traders. Happy Tuesday. Back for another market recap from Powerful Gains Stock Options. A lot of action to cover today. Lots of things happened today. As I've mentioned in my last update, published over the weekend, we are in a downtrend. Overall, we're pretty much in a downtrend. All the markets have been pulling back. Been a lot of choppy volatility going on, which means when that happens, there are some very strong, sharp moves to the downside and some very strong, sharp moves to the upside. As you can see, we're looking at the SPY chart. That's exactly what's happening. Look, we had a strong down move here, powerful reversal here, chopping around, another sharp down move here, chopping around, another attempt here at this 416 level. Notice how it's held up pretty good, and notice how price has been rejected, by this trend line here. It's just continually being rejected. Spiked through here, tried to test it, didn't even get high enough, bounced, tried to test it here, pulled back. But now look what it did. Had a strong day today, closed above yesterday's high and yesterday's, made a higher low, and closed well above, these key levels. 421, 416 was a key level, and you can see we closed right above 425, 425.93, which was a key level. So we closed at 426, and the next level up is 429 or 430, and that's where we're looking. The next one after that is 433. So let's see what happens. We got a lot of factors going up against us. Bulls want to step in. They want to see more power to the upside. Bears want to see some chop or continued decline. So we'll see. A lot might depend on the Fed. The Fed tomorrow was going to announce if they're going to raise interest rates, and the expectation is it's going to be a quarter of a point increase. However, everyone knows inflation is high, and it could go up to half a point, or they could not do anything at all. So it all depends what they do. So we'll see what the markets do tomorrow. May be quiet until we hear what the Fed decides to do, and there may not be any reaction. So just be ready for the upside, ready for the downside, or just some chop. Don't get into a position until you see there's clear confirmation. You can see today futures are down, barely though. The ES is down $9, NQ is down $6. But for the day, SPX was up $89, and SPY was up $9 today, $9.17. That's a pretty good move there. Volatility is real. And just to show you that, there's a couple of names we're going to go through. Look, Tesla was up $35. Tesla made a very strong move too. Look at these down. This is the daily chart. Down 3 down days in a row. Powerful moves. And then today, tested 760.99 and just bounced off there and closed pretty strong to close actually above 800, over 800. It closed at 801.89. So we'll see what the action looks like tomorrow. But let's deep dive into some of the other winners from today that you could have caught, and highlight some of the ones that our members did catch. This is Tesla, the 15-minute chart. You can see, the 782 level. It was range bound for the first, the first hour. It was just range bound. You see, it tested this 460 level, 460.99 level, but it's ready to make a move up or down, and that's exactly what happened. It made a run up, pulled back on this first candle, inside candle. Then buyer stepped in here. Look at this green volume. Next bar here, up over the 782, this key level here. That was a former breakdown area, and then just continued to power on through until finally closed above 800. But it's still got some key levels to clear if it's gonna show more upside. Got to clear this 806 level. We got 813. Yeah, 813, 806. But we can actually get rid of this one. 804 was the key. 800 psychological number to close above, which they did. They actually closed above 800, closed at 801, and just under 804 key level. And the next level up after that is 813. So let's see what happens tomorrow. Towards the end of the day, there's quite a bit of selling off, but it still stayed in this upper range. Stay tuned for tomorrow. Let's see what kind of action it shows tomorrow. The video is up also. Pretty powerful move here. You see inside candle on the first 15. Once this second candle took it out, there was no looking back. Closed above this key level of 216, and then just continued on all the way up. The stock was up $16 for the day, or up 7%. NVIDIA was a nice winner. Nice winner to catch. I did catch the meat of this move. It was pretty textbook. You see, it didn't even test this lower EMA once. Stayed right in this other shorter EMA right here. Just continued higher once it broke this key level here, and also broke over it was on. And here's also the confirmation. A lot of green volume stepping in right there. That's another way to confirm price move. Adobe was up $10, but you see it was kind of choppy. This is kind of what you want to avoid when you can. Notice the difference. This action up $10 versus NVIDIA. This kind of action, this kind of upward move here. This is what you're looking for. All up moves are not the same, so you got to know when an up move looks good, or when the price action looks strong, and when the signals are telling you it's likely to go higher. Unlike here, yeah, it did go up, but look at you chopped around for most of the day. It didn't end up kind of looping up towards the end of the day. So that's why I avoided that stock. It was green, but it was a choppy green. Same thing with Square. Square, if you could have got in here, but it was kind of choppy. Look, first 45 minutes of the day, it was very choppy till this move happened, and it really up for two candles. Then it pulled back quite a bit. So then you got 1 hour and 15 minutes. They just kind of chopping and pulling back. Look at consolidated for another maybe 2 hours here, and then finally slowly moved up. So this is one that I avoided as well, even though it was up $8. Netflix as well. Strong move here in the beginning of the day. Just pulled back, consolidated, and then slowly ramped back up. So that's the thing. When you catch these big moves, you want to keep those gains. So you might make sure you have if you're into a stock like this, make sure you have those stop losses in place so you keep the majority of those gains. Because this pulled back here and consolidated, it went back up, but it could have easily pulled back, consolidated, and then pushed back down. There's nothing guaranteed when you're looking at the stocks. So you got to be smart when you're reading price action. AutoZone was up nicely, up $54. Quite choppy here. Most of the gains were here gapping up. So it's kind of at your discretion if you want to take this action. It did end up closing at the higher range, so it held its gains, but it was choppy. Look at this choppy action compared to, again, if we go back to NVIDIA, look at this action all the way up to chop around and slowly work its way back up. But this move right here was a very strong, powerful move, that you could have ridden during the first 2 hours of the day. So look at the charts. You can see how different they look. AVGO, this is a stronger chart. This one was up $24.96, or almost 5%. Here it is, gaps up. Notice the gap isn't that big. But once it cleared this close and extra confirmation, once it cleared this high, that's a clear indication you can get in this stock right here. Notice the volume, green volume stepping in, textbook all the way up $24. this is a better chart to get into. This is kind of action that I like to see. Profit taking here, little red candle, then surpassed by green candles here. Costco was another one, slow mover, but still mostly green all the way up $16 for the day. And let's see if we can find any other. This one was up. UNH was up $10. Call it $10, 9.99. But again, look at this action. It's not an easy ride up here. This one was better. EXPE up $9.39. This was a better chart. This chart looks better, but still, I'm not sure I would have played it unless it was like maybe a different name. And Anthem was up, look, $9.36. But look at the chop on this stock here. So I went through here showing you some examples. These are, be aware of this choppy price action and know when to avoid. Just because stock gaps up doesn't mean that it's going to continue running, or doesn't mean that it's going to continue going up. You got to read the price action. You got to know what you're doing, especially in this choppy market. This choppy market will chop you up if you're not careful. So that's why we tell you, make sure you have your risk in place, make sure you have your stop losses in place, because if price action goes against you, and odds are that it will eventually, if it hasn't, it will eventually, because the market does not continue higher straight. It does not continue up or continue down. It chops, goes up, pulls back. So you got to be ready for whatever kind of action it shows once you're in the price action. And that's all I got for today. Facebook was up. Also HD was also a pretty good one. Kind of a slow mover all the way up $10 for the day. And you can see the majority of that was in this first part of the day. Chopped around, consolidated for a little over 2 hours, and then continued higher towards the end of the day. But still, lots of green over here. SPY was up $9, and look, this is the volatility I was talking about when we first started this video. You saw the futures were down, but look, the NQ is up now. It's up to $22. The ES is only down by $2. So a lot of testing, a lot of chopping going around overnight and after hours, like it usually does. When the market opens tomorrow, just be prepared. What it may do, maybe slow until the Fed announces their reaction, announces what they're going to do, or may continue to run and then pull back, deciding what happens, depending on what they say. So just be ready for anything that can happen. And if you don't feel like trading tomorrow, hey, you could always wait it out, see what happens tomorrow, and then make your decision on Thursday. If you're going to get back in the market or not. So that's all I got for today. Just wanted to go over some of the action for today. And again, if any of you are having problems finding winners like this, stocks that are up $54, $24, $16 in one day, click the link below. Check out our free training. Learn how to trade consistently and start profiting in the market. Those of you who have been trading for a while and you want to up your game, click the link below and book a call with us. It'll change your life and your bank account. Until next time, Joseph, Powerful Gain Stock Options, wrapping up for today. Catch you later this week. Stay safe. Happy trading.